Several theories about how Blue Bloods will end provide satisfying ways of wrapping up the popular police and family drama. The Tom Selleck-led series about a multi-generational family of cops continues to be popular despite CBS' decision to cancel it after season 14. There are only 8 episodes of Blue Bloods left before the series wraps up, which has led to widespread speculation about how the show will end the Reagan family's saga and prepare for a potential spin-off. Frank receives an award honoring his lifetime of service. If he isn't retiring, an award is the next best thing. The most logical ending for Frank's story is for him to retire as Commissioner of Police. Blue Bloods' premise relies on Frank balancing the needs of his family with his duties to all cops and determination to treat them fairly, so if he retired it would make it clear the series is over. However, Tom Selleck has stated that this is not the way Blue Bloods will end, via TV Insider. If Frank will remain in his position, receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award would be the next best way to honor his character and end the show. Frank is not the type of man who does the job in order to get accolades and might not want this type of recognition, so this plot would allow the series finale to devote significant time to the family convincing him to accept the award. Additionally, the ceremony itself would be the perfect opportunity to thank Frank for his years of service and offer a retrospective of his important storylines over the years. This story would also provide a strong, positive reason for Nikki and Jack to return for the series finale, as they could come to New York to celebrate Frank's achievement. Frank receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award would be a departure from the past. Many of his storylines have revolved around his clashes with the current mayor or other high-ranking officials whose policies he disagrees with. Instead of being treated like a thorn in everyone's side, Frank receiving an award would give him the recognition and honor he has long deserved but never gotten. This would be a poignant end to the chapter of his life that has been depicted in Blue Bloods for the past 14 years, even though it would be difficult for Frank to accept such an honor. Blue Bloods Jamie and Eddie reveal they are expecting their first child. This development would be a poignant end to their story. Jamie and Eddie took a long time to get together in Blue Bloods despite being a fan-favorite couple, and one of the biggest disappointments in the series' later years has been that the pair don't get much time together. The series finale could rectify this mistake somewhat by revealing that the two are expecting their first child. This would also be a poignant reminder that the Reagan family will continue to grow and expand after the series end, particularly if the couple names the baby after Henry. Jamie and Eddie having a baby would be the perfect Blue Bloods ending for this reason. Additionally, it is one of the most frequently mentioned events in discussions of things that must happen before Blue Bloods ends. While it might be disappointing that the baby won't be born or grow up on screen, it would be satisfying for the series finale to reveal Eddie's pregnancy. Doing so would also open the door for a potential spin-off featuring Jamie, Eddie, and their new child. Jamie and Eddie having a baby together could be coupled with more life-changing news for Jamie, which would make this development especially poignant. Although Frank is not retiring yet at the series end, Jamie could be on a career path in which he will ultimately attempt to become the new commissioner after Frank's retirement. The addition of a baby to this plan would suggest that Jamie is following in Frank's footsteps in every possible way, as he will have to balance his work and family lives the same way Frank has done throughout his career. Danny and Byers get together romantically. Hinting at a relationship that won't appear on screen is a compromise. Danny and Byers have gotten closer over the years since Linda's death in Blue Bloods, and some of their recent interactions have crossed the line from friendship to something more. Danny's protectiveness of Byers and her infant daughter could easily be the foundation of a new romance. While it's debatable whether Blue Bloods' Danny Reagan deserves a romantic partner, it would be a fitting end for his storyline and the series for him and Byers to admit their feelings for each other. There have been several reasons that establishing a romance between Danny and Byers wouldn't have worked well in the past. It seems redundant for both Danny and Jamie to marry their work partners, and Danny doing so would likely have ended his ability to partner with Byers on the job, necessitating a third partner switch for Danny. However, if the couple begins a romance in the finale, the storytelling issues would not be relevant, as the series would no longer air. It will also have been 5 years since Linda's death when Blue Bloods airs its final episode. It is appropriate for Danny to move on after mourning Linda for half a decade, and it would wrap up his story in a satisfying manner if he was in the early stages of a new relationship as the ending credits rolled. This ending would reassure the audience that Danny had found happiness without going into too much detail about his new relationship. It would also be the perfect setup featuring Danny, Byers, and their kids.